Hey y'all, I'm Littlefoot Silver Stacker. Welcome in. Let's see what kind of precious metals we have today.
Welcome in, everybody. I hope this video finds you well wherever you're at. Thought I'd give you an update. We're coming up on the end of January. Been writing down what I have received this month, all in my book. Sorry about the lighting, guys. The power's out. We've got a winter storm. We're just over 72 hours in. No water, no power, no internet. Cellular came back up last night. It had been down for about 2 days. I'm going to have to venture out somewhere to try to find some more firewood. It is 13 degrees outside. So, yeah, this fireplace is our heating source right now. But nevertheless, I brought you here to talk to you about coins. So, went up to the local coin shop. Seen my guy. Ended up, spot was $103.33. He gave me these for $100 a piece. I ended up getting 2 of them. Gulf of America, made in the USA. These things are pretty nice. He actually gave me the option to get 2 of these or 2 American Silver Eagles. And for some reason I decided to get these. I know they're more of a generic bullion, but I like the variety. I think that's all it is. I like the variety. And these are in great condition too. No real milk spotting. No, there's not a whole bunch of scratches. So yeah, I wouldn't mind having one that says Gulf of Mexico, just so that I had a set that was what it had been named both. So $100 a piece for those puppies. He offered to purchase stuff from me for $97 an ounce. And I was just blown away. I've been hearing everybody else has been getting basically $10 or $15 behind spot for their stuff. But because I use this same local coin shop so often, he's willing to do me really, really well if I want to sell to him. So I told him no thank you. I was going to do like Sal says, hold with my diamond fist and just keep on doing what I'm doing. I know that there's a chance I'm going to ride the market down, but I don't think it's time yet. I was talking with that local coin shop guy that I know, and he really feels like we're going to see 35 to 1. I had mentioned to him, should I trade some of my silver for gold possibly? He said he didn't think that was a bad deal at all, and he was willing to trade whatever I wanted to. But he said if it was him, he would probably wait and see if he can make 35 to 1 happen. And I told him I really didn't want to sell, to be honest, and I only traded the gold and silver once, and I'd done that with the intentions of doing it from the start. I specifically saved up this constitutional stuff here, and when I got enough to swap it in at the end of the year, that's what I traded for the little piece of gold I have now. So the dimes that you had seen, he gave me those $7 a piece, and it doesn't matter if it's a Mercury, if it's a Barber, if it's a Roosevelt, it doesn't matter to him. So I ended up getting 2 of those Mercuries, 2 Barbers, and this one here, on my birthday, January 1st, just after midnight, I was hanging out with B. Waller and Gatita Osa, and Mike Badger, and just a lot of you guys. And Mike Badger won the giveaway and donated me this for my birthday gift. And then, not too long later on the same stream, Gatita Osa won. You guys know her and Bellows Forge. And B. Waller gave me the option to choose whichever I'd like. So I ended up getting this 1 gram astronaut. So I scored another piece of fractional for my little book. And I don't have one that looks like this, so I am stoked I got it. I think it's super freaking cool. I wonder what the chances are that we're going to start seeing more 1 gram fractionals that are actually fakes. I held this up to a magnet and stuff like that. It didn't stick, but it just crossed my mind. It is so small, it's extremely hard to test. But what do you guys think? I think that astronaut is pretty darn cool. So yeah, for these dimes, let me pick you up. Hang on. For these dimes that I picked up, $7 a piece, so 28 bucks. I gave him a 20 and a 10 and told him don't worry about the $2. He always lets me get away with $1 or $2 short, so I felt good about giving him a couple bucks over. So $230 is what I spent for the 2 ounces and the 4 dimes. Then the other 2 that I've got there, those were gifts from the community, and let me tell you guys, that meant a lot to me. It meant a lot. I really appreciate you making it so I was able to add to my stack within 15 minutes of the year. So thank you so very much for that. And then, once again, I've been writing stuff down in this book. Let me see if I can find out where it's at. Right here. There's my book marker. Sorry about that. So, yeah, I made that little page marker and put in there so I could find my stuff. So this is essentially, come on, work with me. This is essentially entirely what I've got so far this year. Since January 2nd, when I wrote this down, silver was at $74.59 to start the month. Gold was at $44.03. I've been without power for 3 days. I think today's the 28th. Elizabeth, is today the 28th?
No, it's the 27th.
Today's the 27th. So, on the 27th, the spot price for silver, I looked this morning, was $112. Gold was at $45.50. So that's a pretty extreme jump, guys. So yeah, started off the year. I'm trying to adjust this daggum screen. The lighting's so bad, I don't have any power in my house. I apologize. But yeah, on the 2nd in the mail, I received a Washington quarter, and I just kind of went down the page, wrote down where I got it, who I got it from, how much of it was, all that kind of good stuff. So continuing forward with the book, it looks quite a bit different than it did last year. Last year let me flip back to the pages. Last year I was quite a bit more specific. Like here's one of the pages from last year. Actually, you know what? Let's go all the way back to January. Stand by. Where's this? Where's this? See, this is where I started the book last year. You see where I done the face value multipliers? I started at 10. It kind of seems silly now. We're way higher than what I had wrote down on this book. So this is where I started at last year. 38 ounces, January 19th when I started the book, and it seemed what all I had. I had $39 in junk silver. And then as the year progressed, I just started writing down how much I had in total, what its value was, and specifically what I had of each type of constitutional coin. And then there was a whole nother section I would write just my 3 nines fine. So I'm doing it a little different this year, but I'm still keeping up with the book. I'm old, so I can't remember everything, and it'll keep me in check. All right. Well, I was a little long-winded because I was bored. No power for 3 days will get to you. Cabin fever starting to set in, so I hope you guys have a great one. Everybody stay warm out there. Keep stacking. Every little bit counts.
We used to have it all. So crazy, say, am I wrong? If happy ever after did exist, sometimes.
I'm just sitting here hanging out with all the dogs, so I figure I might as well record a little bit more. You guys have seen Star before, haven't you? My brother-in-law rescued her from Ukraine. He went over there, picked her up, took her from a little village called Stary Slativa at the edge of Russia, all the way back over to Warsaw, Poland. At that point, she sat there with the CDC to get clearance. When she got her shots and showed everything was good with her, they allowed her to fly over here. He was working with a guy named Phil that owns an organization called K9 Global. They go into war zones, combat zones, rescue animals only. That's their mission. They try to be non-combatant, always not an option, but that is their goal, is to rescue animals in war zones. So yeah, pretty cool. She's got 2 passports. She left out of Poland. It was really cold in the cargo, so they ended up diverting the plane over to Helsinki, Finland. Transferred planes, flew out to Miami, From there, drove up to Ocala, Florida. We drove down from the mountains in Blue Ridge up here in Georgia and picked her up. We've had her a little over 3 years. She's on Good Morning America with my brother-in-law, believe it or not. You can see the Russians shooting RPGs at him as they open the episode of Good Morning America. It was 3 years ago on Halloween. So yeah, it's like they open the episode, you see him down on a knee calling for a dog, and then you see an RPG explode across the ground, and Phil starts yelling at him to get in the truck. The Russians are walking him in. So it's pretty exciting, So nevertheless, I was bringing you back over here to see about this case. Go ahead and grab a couple of these pieces right here. Hang on, Star. You old meathead. She is wanting some more loving, guys. I'm going to be quick, girl. So, she's as hairy as the day is long. Let me tell you. She is going through a shedding situation right now, so everything in my home has hair on it. Where are these? Let's go ahead and see what we got here. Looks like it's going to be just 2 of them. I'm not sure how well you guys can see. Hang on. Let me adjust this some more. There you go, thank you. Hang on, Star. No, not it. So, these 2 here will be our final 2 for the month of January. I'm doing a horrible job of recording, guys. Dropping stuff, not focusing properly. Let's see if I can pick this up. There we go. So yeah, 2 more right here. We're gonna go ahead and get these babies popped open. Had to turn on one of our emergency lights so we could see what was going on here. I hope everybody else's power's on and heat's working. We're total electric, so no power means no heat. No power, we're on a well, so that also means no water, no internet. Our cell service was down for about 2 days, so good times. All right, that's number 7. What do we do with this guy? 2 more right here. Get out of the firewood, Star. All right, that completes the case for the month of January. Luckily, I had gotten a head start on that. I was dragging feet with silver $100 and now $112 the last time I looked. It is more and more difficult to fill the case. Actually told my local coin shop that he's going to have to start carrying more fractional stuff. I feel better if I left with 4 halves than I do 2 wholes. So, but nevertheless, month of January complete. All right, guys, I'm leaving you with it. Take care.
Thousand only bound 2200 21 2200 3 600 700 2700 only. And life passes by, 'cause they keep waiting on the perfect time. But perfect's just a word folks love to chase, while real life happens right in their face.